Today on CCX News, weathering the storm, how the nationwide egg shortage and soaring prices are impacting local restaurants. A national egg shortage caused by bird flu has spread across the country. It's sent prices soaring and restaurants are bearing the brunt of it. Blaine Cleveland has more on the impact.
When your business is mainly based on breakfast, eggs are essential.
Pretty much a staple.
Doug Starica is the longtime owner of Papa's Cafe in New Hope. And he goes through a significant amount of eggs.
2,500, 2,800, somewhere in there, eggs a week.
It's no surprise considering that nearly every meal contains eggs.
Got the meat and the eggs with potatoes and toast. Super simple.
Unfortunately, the cost of making these super simple meals isn't all that it's cracked up to be.
I had a guy that used to order a 6-egg omelet. Now he doesn't do a 6-egg omelet. He just does a regular omelet. And
a case used to cost $40. And just this week, he paid $130.
Might not be a breakfast restaurant in a year if this continues, because it's supposed to be ongoing. It's not just a quick fix.
To help weather the storm, Starica made the tough decision about a month ago to implement a temporary $1 per egg surcharge.
It's a matter of survival at this point.
Lucky for him, many of Papa's clients are loyal customers with a soft spot for small businesses who are okay with paying the egg surcharge.
Just a family-run joint and just always reliable and, yeah, really tasty.
According to United Egg Producers, roughly 104 million egg-laying hens have been lost since the bird flu outbreak began in 2022. So the shortage is impacting restaurants and consumers alike. At Crystal's Egg House Cafe, they haven't implemented a similar surcharge, but this customer would accept one if they did.
At a certain point, you wouldn't go at all, but another $1 or $2, I don't think is going to be that big of a deal.
And at Papa's Cafe, Starica believes this too shall pass.
I've been here since 1994, so I've seen some things go bad. It's just another bump in the road, I think.
Blaine Cleveland, CCX News.
An administrator at a Golden Valley school won't face felony charges after police say he obstructed an investigation, but he's not in the clear yet. Golden Valley Police Chief Virgil Green says Robbinsdale Academy Highview Assistant Principal Patrick Burridge hit a pair of brass knuckles used in a fight on campus. His department asked the Hennepin County Attorney's Office to bring felony obstruction charges against the assistant principal. Chief Green says the attorney's office declined to file those felony-level charges. Now the Golden Valley City prosecutor is reviewing the case for possible misdemeanor charges. After the Brooklyn Park City Council's decision to uphold the censure against Councilmember Maria Tran, Tran now expanded a lawsuit. Councilmember Tran broadened her suit to include the city of Brooklyn Park. The suit already includes past and current members of the city council. Tran's lawsuit includes accusations her colleagues defamed her and violated her First Amendment rights. She initially filed suit after council members requested last year that she seek a mental health evaluation. The city council voted to censure Tran last summer for publicly criticizing a city employee. The council upheld the censure last week after finding that Tran continued to violate the city's code of conduct policy. The city, meanwhile, has until February 18th to respond to Tran's lawsuit. In the hustle and bustle of life, it can make a big difference to just stop and breathe. In today's school spotlight, Oakview Elementary students get the tools to do just that. Nearly every day in Shirley Marriott's classroom, her second grade students stand up,
breathe slowly,
and stretch.
It helps us recenter, refocus so that we can show up our best selves in our space together.
It's one way to incorporate Move Mindfully into their day. Mrs. Marriott started the year with these exercises to help the children manage big emotions.
Now I have students volunteering to leave, and their peers are so into it. It's such a buy-in. They really enjoy it.
Mrs. Marriott's class knows many of the exercises by heart.
Give yourself a hug.
Her student Lucy says practicing mindfulness makes her and her classmates feel calm, something they all need sometimes.
I feel like some of them, they are really over the top and really hyper. And I feel like it makes them calm down, so.
What Lucy notices is the intended effect. And it doesn't just happen in Mrs. Marriott's classroom.
Welcome, second graders. It's so nice to see you. Come on in.
Each student at Oakview gets a chance to move mindfully every month in an assembly with their principal.
When we check in with our bodies, there's some things we can do to help us focus.
Move Mindfully isn't just a practice. It's a grant-funded program at a number of Osseo schools, including Oakview. Oakview ESP Stephanie Halverson says it's been there since the beginning of the school year.
So we've had many, many wins within our students in our behavior intervention rooms, our den, in our classrooms, for our children that just need a little bit more to help themselves be able to stay and regulate.
Pause.
Halverson says it helps the grown-ups recenter too.
And then they take that back to their classrooms, and then it goes into their toolbox that they can take home and share with their parents.
Breathe and rest.
She said each assembly gives these kids the tools to understand themselves so they can check into learning.
Everybody up.
And also,
all right, give me your best. Throw them.
Check into playtime. Halverson is working to secure a Move Mindfully grant for the coming years. Finally, this segment, an interesting way to heat up winter.
This is our wood fire sauna that we are hosting in Central Park for 1 week.
Maple Grove Park and Rec teamed up with Stone Grove Saunas to offer a sauna experience at Central Park. It's turned out to be quite popular. Park and Rec officials say all the sessions are nearly sold out.
It is a unique opportunity for Maple Grove residents to come and experience winter in a unique way in Central Park.
The mobile sauna will be at Central Park through February 10th.
Spots in the state Alpine ski meet were up for grabs for local skiers on a chilly Tuesday. Jay Wilcox has highlights.
Wild Mountain, the site for the Section 5 Alpine ski meet. The top 2 teams and top 10 individuals outside of those teams advance to state. Wayzata's Sonia Pendergast takes second in the girls' meet to qualify for state. Also advancing is her teammate Katie Miller, who places 6th. The Trojans are 4th as a team, with Minnetonka and Blake advancing. Mary Foster of Hopkins is 12th and grabs one of the individual qualifying spots, along with Tori Hopkins of Benilde, who joins Mackenzie Gleason as Red Knights to advance to state. On the boys' side, Scott Jensen of Hopkins is 5th and helps the Royals qualify as a team as they place 2nd to Minnetonka. Bennett Erickson of Benilde St. Margaret's is 9th and moves on to the state meet. Hakan Dosh of Hopkins takes 10th place on a good day for the Royals. Will Habel of Wayzata is headed to state after a good second run, leaves him 11th overall. And Brecker Swanson of Armstrong qualifies after taking 15th. The state meet is next Tuesday, February 11th at Giants Ridge in Biwabik. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
The state Nordic ski meet is next week at Giants Ridge in Biwabik. Several local athletes qualified for state earlier this week out of Section 6. Both teams and individuals advancing to next week's state meet. Girls up first, and alone at the top is Wayzata's Lila Golem. The junior wins the 2-race pursuit format by nearly 2 minutes in a combined time of 29 minutes and 30 seconds. Her teammate Claire Britton is second. The Wayzata freshman with a time of 31 minutes, 25 seconds, as the Trojans win the team competition to advance to state. Placing third is Hopkins' Daphne Grobstein. Her time for the day is 31:58. Hopkins, as a team, places second to Wayzata to also qualify for state. Meredith Gundale of Wayzata is next, coming in 4th place in 32 minutes and 34 seconds. In addition to the top 2 teams, the top 4 individuals outside of those teams also qualify for state. That includes Breck's Esma Gulbranson, who finishes 5th. The boys up next, and defending state champion Logan Dreblow was out first in the pursuit, having won the morning classic skate race by 52 seconds. And the Hopkins sophomore can cruise to the finish line, winning the 2-race relay in a time of 24 minutes and 51 seconds. That puts him a full minute and 18 seconds ahead of runner-up Hudson McMillan of Wayzata. The Trojans win the team championship with Hopkins second, so as in the girls' meet, both the Trojans and Royals advance to state. Bridger Nelson of Hopkins places third with a time of 26 minutes and 40 seconds, fraction of a second ahead of Wayzata's Charlie Gundale. Then comes Josh Frett of Breck. The Mustang senior takes the top individual state qualifying spot with his 5th place finish in 27 minutes even. 14 seconds back of Fred is Anders Decker of Armstrong. He's also headed to state next week, placing 6th overall. The Hopkins girls basketball team has put together a 5-game winning streak, including a nail-biter Tuesday night. Chaz Moots has the highlights.
Jumping right to the second half of highlights, Eden Prairie was up by 2 at halftime. They were led by Ray Ehrman. She put up 21 points and 3 triples. The Royals got on a run late in the second half. Liv Bell had 14. Nice pass here to London Harris for an easy 2. Later on, a set piece on this possession for Lauren Hilsheim. Flare screen for the senior. She sinks the 3. Hopkins up 3 with 6 minutes to play. Not long after, Irma Walker from the top of the key. Pull-up jumper good. Royals up 8. The Eagles did make a rally. They cut it down to 2 with 3.2 seconds left. Jalea Diggs trying to make it a 3-point game. Misses the free throw. Ehrman gets it and is fouled. She'd get 3 free throws. After making the first 2 to tie it, the third just rattles out of the rim. We'd head to overtime, tied at 58. In OT, first possession for Hopkins. Shot clock winding down. Hilsheim beats the buzzer, gets the home court bounce. The UND commit scored 5 of the Royals' 8 points in OT. Hopkins holds on to win by 2.